Hey, welcome back to the DDL. It's been a while. It's been a hot minute. My last video was uploaded when? October-ish? Yeah, I think my last video was uploaded around Halloween because it was the Moody matchup, I'm pretty sure. So it's been a hot minute. Thank you for watching this video, guys, already. I know it's been a while since last uploaded. I've become insanely busy since our last time. I ended up having to go abroad a few times, ended up having to, doing some work for some companies and whatnot. Like, I just ended up becoming insanely busy, and then it just kind of got away from me. The worst thing of all that happened, and the biggest cause of delay, is Marvel Rivals launching. Heartbreaking stuff. Why is the game so good? The game also did require me to move a lot of my stuff from my SSD to hard drive. So I've already done this recording before, like 3-4 months ago, but I accidentally deleted it to make space for Marvel Rivals, so my fault. And so when I opened, like a few weeks ago, I opened the editing software, saw that everything I'd made was just gone. I was like, well, there goes my motivation. But here we are. I want to just get this done for myself and for you guys. Mostly for myself. I just want to actually finish this series, say that I did the season. I am going to just accept the fact that the quality will drop for these next few videos, because it's very difficult to motivate yourself to edit shit that happened like 4 months ago, especially since I'm just doing it for myself anyways. But yeah, thank you for tuning in again, if you have, and we'll hop into this week's matchup. This week was week 6 against Kieran, Manstertruck, whatever. And why is his team so crazy? Why is it? Look at the speed tiers. Look at the power level. I don't see where he lost out on points. Oh, Jolteon was like 2 points. Shouldn't have been as a TERA captain, but you know. So the team is led by Kieran. Very strong mon. Can be special, physical, spec, scarf. Not banned, but it can be loaded dice, DD, scale shot sets, leftovers, boot sets with pressure, substitute, protect. Kieran has a very, very flexible mon. Ogapon Wellspring, obviously, terrorizing OU at the moment. Naturally good speed tier. Item makes it just hit like crazy to mask. Its dual stabs are very, very difficult to swap into a wall. And it's just very flexible mon. Terrapagos, speaking of flexible, is one of the craziest mons of all time. Has an insane move pool, an ability that lets it basically just guarantee setup or take a hit. Rapid spins, rocks, it can do a lot. Deoxys speed, rocks, every attacking type in the game, spikes, taunt, it can do a lot as well. Screens, incredibly difficult mon to prepare for, especially with that speed tier. If it does just go Life Orb offensive, very difficult to like guess what moves it's carrying and stop. Talonflame, making all my physical guys, especially Scizor and Lopunny, think twice about clicking any contact move because it threatens them with a burn. Iron Treads can be offensive, but into my weak team, I think it looks better defensively. The steel ground typing actually looks quite solid. Rapid spin rocks again. It can do a lot. Its move pool is also crazy deep. Mega T-Tar, basically Kieran's mascot at this point. Didn't expect it to come into me really, because I think my team threatens it quite well with like Garchomp, Scizor, Prim, Diancie, Mega Lopunny, Ogapon, even Jirachi. So I'm not really expecting Mega T-Tar, but deep move pool. It's just like just a shitload of stats. It's just a ball of 700 BST. So it can come in any matchup, I guess, really. COMFEY looks quite strong into me. Terrifier especially, to beat out my Scizor, Ogapon and Jirachi, which would kind of beat it before TERA anyways. Calm Mind, Draining Kiss sets, threaten Garchomp, Giga Drain for Primarina. COMFEY looks quite strong actually, but so does Jolteon, the other TERA captain, because its natural high speed tier looks very solid into me, especially if it's Terra Blast Ice to catch off Garchomp and Ogapon. And finally, Ogapon, okie dokie. I mean, it's just a solid mon. It's just a bulky guy. Got some strong attacks, decent ability. Yeah, that's the matchup. So let's look at what I ended up bringing. I ended up bringing Megalopony to speed creep everything that wasn't Deoxys speed, because it's a nice speed tier to know. It's not nice to know that I'm faster than everything. Fake Out's nice to catch the Deoxys speed and chip it down into like bullet punch range or something like that, but also to break TERA shell on the turtle. Terapagos, there you go. Where Fake Out into CC should just kill it, hopefully, and returning U-turn just stab button, momentum button, you know the drill. Scizor is Expert Belt because Expert Belt boosted bullet punches against stuff like Kyurem, against T-Tar, against quite a few of the squad. It looked very nice. CC looks very strong, especially with max HP to take on something like Iron Treads. I can take a neutral hit pretty well and then just return the damage favor with CC. So Scizor looks very strong, and Dual Wing Beat also catches Okidogi and something else, right? Oh, Ogerpon, yeah, obviously what Ogerpon. So Scizor looks very strong this week. Diancie, very difficult Monfine to break if I just go insanely bulky and just click the Moonblast button. Okidoki's kind of the only mon that could ever really break it, but I feel pretty confident into that mon. It's just Baton Pass Stealth Rock. Yeah, I could probably get more out of the Diancie, but I just brought kind of utility, just decent bulk, general guy. Garchomp finally came offensively. I think it took me 6 weeks, but offensive Garchomp has finally hit the team builder. Will it do anything? Tune in to find out. Ogerpon, my other form of speed control in this matchup, does outspeed Deoxys speed, which is very nice speed tier to be hitting. And then other than that, it's just U-turn and free strong attacks into this team, nice coverage options. And then Jirachi is just built to be as bulky as possible and just spread the evil. Just click Body Slam, click Iron Head, Paraflinch some guys, take on hits pretty well with that AV and all the bulk investment. So great things expecting from Jirachi. But yeah, this is my matchup. This is my team. I did record the actual game live for this matchup and for next week's matchup against Brain. So I will have live commentary for the next 2 weeks. Oh, well, next 2 videos, I guess. And I think I even have an interview for this video. However, after that, sadly, I'm going to have to pivot to post-coms because I didn't record them live. I was on my laptops like for most of those games. So I didn't end up recording it live and not giving live commentary. So it'll be post-coms instead, which is not what I usually do. But it's still a different skill to learn. It's still like a thing people do watch. So hopefully it's not too bad. Again, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for your patience if you have ended up watching this video after the rest of this series. I have some other draft leagues going on right now, so once I finish with this one, maybe I'll actually decide to record those, and maybe I'll actually stick to it this time. Who knows? But thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in, and I'll send you into a match. Hello there, everyone. Welcome to the game. We'll be hopping right in this time. My plan was to lead Ogerpon, however, Deoxys didn't come. I'm not actually sure what we'll lead here, so I think leading Lopunny, getting my Fake Out, and then U-turn on something, or at least scouting, because I think if he wants to hazard lead, it'll probably be Ogerpon or T-Tar. But we'll see. I'll just lead Lopunny, I think it looks pretty safe. Let's see. Jolteon. Now, Jolteon leading. I wonder if it's that he fucking loves Flame Orb. He absolutely loves his Flame Orb. Let me click Jolteon. He loves his Flame Orb Quick Feet set. And on that set, he always carries Protect. So I wonder if he's going to do that here. Or not. I don't think... You Carmine. Why not? I'm wondering if I just... How much would Fake Out do? I've turned off my damage calc on the side because I just hate it. It would do like 40. So I think it's I think it's fine. Yeah, because it wasn't. Now, if I had whatever. Rocky Helmet? Huh? Huh? The fuck? Need a second to have to figure out what Okie Dokie's moveset is. It definitely gets like Ice Punch. I wonder if that's what he clicks immediately though. It might be a T-Spike game. Ooh, is it T-Spikes? T-Spikes would be funny. I think I go... Jirachi. Drain Punch. Brit. Unfortunate. But you know what it is. I'm just gonna U-turn here. Yeah, D-Tag comes out. That's reasonable. Tyranitar takes 26. Oh, so it's a bit bulk invested. It's a little bit bulky. I think Mega Lopunny should still send it away though. The switching might be... What's this called? The fairy. What's the fairy called? Comfey. I'm terrified of this Comfey, I can't lie. I think I'm fine to click U-turn. That's an annoying switching. I'm going to... How does Garchomp handle this? Okie dokie. Garchomp doesn't kill. How does Scizor handle this actually? Dual Wing Beat almost sends it away. I'm almost tempted to... No, I'll pull the trigger on Body Slam this time. To threaten paralysis on something. Jolteon does come in. Does not get paralyzed. I'm just gonna U-turn on this. I don't know what the set is. Okay, now let's find out. Jolteon to my Jirachi did. Alluring Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball did 29. So it might be Modest Scarf is my guess. B-Boy, I'm pretty sure it's choiced. Or Modest at least, yeah. Does Scizor threaten to kill it? Scizor does threaten to kill it with Bullet Punch. So I might go Scizor and click Dual Wing Beat on the Okie Dokie. I'm finding myself thinking a full switch, so it's not, what's it called? Oh, I'm gonna take big recall from Okie Dokie with Rocky Helmet. But, to be completely honest... One. Oh, youch. Youch! Big chip. Painful, painful chip. If it's Rocky Helmet, I'm not sure if it's... Rocky Helmet, I'm not sure if it's speed invested, but I'm just gonna BP anyways. Okay, that's gone. Which is very painful for Scizor, because it took half of its own HP, but it does open up Mega Lopunny a lot. And Ogapon. I think I'm fine to basically sack Scizor here. Ogapon, let's make charts Ogapon Wellspring. I've made the mistake of not having the correct one in the past. Ogapon Wellspring. What's the most problematic thing this could do? Trailblaze. Would Trailblaze kill me right now? Trailblaze doesn't even kill me. I'm just going to U-turn. I can respect that. Okay, how's the game state looking? So I think he's committed to TERA COMFEY this time around. The good thing is I can now go into Jolteon. It does just die. It definitely dies to Fake Out, right? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, perfect. I believe that was the main form of speed control this team was carrying. Let me double check what Terra types for COMFEY can be, but I'm pretty sure when I was initially looking at the matchup, I was very scared of TERA Fire. TERA Fire looks very strong into me. Draft pastes. Here, Fire Dark Steel. Yeah, I think it has to be Fire for this matchup. I was scared of this. This was something I was scared of. Now, did I bring something for it? Moonblast should be doing big chip to it. Ooh, that's nice for me. I can also threaten it with Jirachi later. Jirachi probably doesn't take a Terrify, but at least forces the Terrifier for Power Gem. Ogerpon. It's pretty likely to U-turn, I feel. I think I go into my own Ogerpon, because nothing should be one-hitting me, especially that. Ogerpon into Ogerpon. Wellspring. Cudgel should kill. But do I want to be cudgeling? I think I U-turn into Mega Lot. Or I could go Diancie, but that invites in something. Do I want Rocks Up? Definitely, but you know, here we are. I'm gonna go Megalop. Hello. Hello, Peter. You should be exploding to a CC. Crit. I doubt crit matters. Pretty sure it did not matter, yeah. I'm just going to... Okay. Into... COMFEY. Draining Kiss kills me, but it doesn't get anything like that. Might return and then go into Diancie. Because I think I have the answers for Terrapagos. I should do. I think that was Carmine then? Yeah. Okay, so now I go into Diancie. It could get Shiced. Oh, I should have. I definitely should have returned again. Maybe. No, I'm nice. Yeah, you're kind of nice. Oh, definitely. I could have gone Ogerpon as well, maybe. I still can go Ogerpon. But does +2 special attack kill Ogerpon? Shouldn't do. Okay, Jirachi should force it to Terra. And if it's forced to Terra, I'll fish for Para. It's first to Terra. Paralysis? That's nice. That's very nice. We take those. We absolutely take those. It has Terra Fire. And it pulled the trigger. I'm gonna Zen Headbutt. Next one should not be killing me. I'm gonna Zen Headbutt again. Perfect. Perfect. And now I'm going to U-turn to break TERA Shell if this is set up. I did not find out a lot of information from that. What is my loose con? Rock Polish with very good coverage. I can go Ogapon and just keep it slow with Rock Tomb, maybe. Technically gets coverage for like everything I can do. I'm just gonna go Ogapon, Rapid Spin, Harapagos, +1 from hopefully Superpower does not kill. Let's find out what speed investment it is. Not enough. Alright. GG. Ooh. Oh! That was a bit of a stressful game. The COMFEY... I saw the COMFEY and I was terrified, but it meant that Kyurem didn't come. It meant that Iron Treads didn't come. So, it came at a cost. I don't think Mega Tita looked incredible into me, but COMFEY was very scary. I got somewhat lucky with the Jirachi. Obviously, Serene Grace makes it pretty likely in my favor, but you know, it was still lucky. It didn't have to para, didn't have to go the way it did. Could have got pretty shiced. I might have not had the tools. Depends on Diancie, how much damage Diancie's doing after Terra Fire. But either way, GG's to Kieran, and I'll ask him if he wants to do an interview or not, and if not, I'll do a like post-game interview. Not post-game interview. Analysis, that's the word. Alright, Kieran agrees to interview, so here we are. Say hello, say hi.
This wicked guy's lucky in bed. Yeah, that was a crazy game.
It was, yes, despite it technically being 5-0, it was definitely much closer than the score would indicate. Especially with that COMFEY. Ogapon at +2 starts approaching death to a draining kiss.
Yeah, and it's like I think it's the main thing is like as long as it's like max HP, so as long as it's like a little bit healthy, like I don't think the Ogapon like unless you crit with the Ivy Cudgel, which is like real impossible. Oh no, not even next. I was Terrifier.
Yeah, I have a. That's why
you have to
I have like Rock Tomb. I have Rock Tomb on it.
Oh, you had Rock Tomb.
But I'm not.
I don't even think that does more than the superpower.
I'm not even going to pretend to know how much damage that would have been doing to you. What was I going to say? Yeah, the Jirachi getting the para was very fortunate for me. Why does Serene Grace exist as an ability? Who in Pokemon was like, yeah.
It's cool as hell when I'm using it.
Who at Pokemon was like, yeah, we need an ability that doubles secondary effects, and then gave those mons moves such as Body Slam, Zen Headbutt,
like
Iron
almost
Head.
Every single one that has that ability has those moves. Like
Air
Dunsparce has them.
Oh my Dunsparce.
Like DNC, not DNC. Jirachi has it. Shaman Sky has Air Slash.
What else gets?
The only one that doesn't get those is like Blissey. Blissey gets Serene Grace as well for some reason.
Oh yeah, the Chansey line gets it. I've seen it put up use with like various like T-Wit, like Thunderbolts and whatnot. Pokekiss line also gets Air Slash and Para Flinching. Sawsbuck? Sawsbuck? Question mark?
Is Sawsbuck real?
It's Meloetta gets like a Relic Song. It gets smooth. But either way, yeah, Serene Grace is a very funny ability. I don't think I've actually used it this draft yet. I think I brought Body Slam like last week, but I didn't actually click it. So I'm glad that the one time I needed Jirachi to clutch up for me, it did. AV and special defense ended up being pretty significant.
You know what? Next week you should just bring like Scarf Jirachi and just like just click like only like Zen Headbutt.
If I'm ever in a bad matchup, I resort to that.
Whatever, do it in a good matchup.
Who do I play
Get
next
yourself
week?
ahead.
Brandon. Ooh.
Yeah, do it to Brandon. He'll love it.
Brandon, I hope you're not watching. The Scarf Jirachi's coming for you. But yeah, for this matchup, I felt Mega Lopunny looked super strong, especially if Talonflame didn't come.
See, I thought like when I was doing prep games with Muse, she like got to a point where she just stopped bringing the Mega Lopunny.
People in this league sleep on Mega Lopunny. I've had like Moody and other people just be like, I don't know what Mega Lopunny does. I don't feel. I'm like, this one is Jesus. That speed tier on a Mega is absurd.
Mm-hmm.
Its move pool is like alright, very decent.
Yeah.
Its attack obviously is very solid. Because
no, it wasn't even like the regular like Muse thing where she like looks at a mon and decides it's just not good because she doesn't feel like it's good. Like she was like, no, Mega Lopunny's like good. It just seems so bad into this team, which is weird because it's got like 2 like must hit targets like that it's like incredible into, and it just gets like free chip on everything else by putting them in the blender.
Into Kyurem,
but like
as long as you're as long as you're not Scarf Kyurem, it's strong.
And it's also incredible into like the Terapagos because you just flinch.
Yeah, exactly. That's why
and then hit it with a fighting move.
I was considering Diancie to have Row-Up Berry, which is if you hit me with a special move.
I know the one. I was telling Brandon about this, and he like told me to shut up.
No, that's real tech. If you hit me with a special move, it breaks your shell.
Yeah, no, that's real as hell.
Into this matchup as well, Mega Lopunny looks strong because even Deoxys, who it does outspeed it, and it's super frail, so Fake Out gets it like half of its HP gone. It's very similar to Jolteon. Like everything that outsped it, and Talonflame was a big problem for it, but my team's pretty strong into Talonflame, I feel.
I mean, the team you ended up bringing, I think, wasn't.
Yeah, no, the team I didn't. The team I brought did not super beat Talonflame. I was relying on
when I saw this team, I was like, oh my god, the Terrifier looks so incredible. And the Flamethrower as well that I brought on Terapagos. I went back and forth between Flamethrower and Ice Beam like so many times.
Oh, I was expecting both. What was Toxic for?
So one of the things that I was having like problems with, which is weird, was Terra Fairy like set up like Calm Mind Diancie. Because if you notice, the team I ended up bringing, if you were like max defense Diancie, you Terra Teferi, and then you start setting up Calm Minds, it's actually quite hard for me to break it.
Which is what I brought like exactly last week.
Yeah. So like I was like, well, just in case it's that, I have like some redundancy. So I have Toxic on the Terapagos, and then I just like chip it down with Terra Starstorms and go 1-for-1. And I also have Encore on the Ogerpon.
Oh, true. It makes sense because
Encore was great if you brought setup spam.
Especially with this Comfey, you need Diancie Con.
Yeah. No, the Diancie's. I mean, honestly, the main problem for the Diancie's the main problem for the Comfey.
The magic of Diancie, I felt like, is that especially Calm Mind setups variants can just invest fully in one, boost on the other, and then drain and kiss back everything.
Yeah, that was the main concern. Honestly, the one that you brought that I looked at your team and I was like, basically everything can come, but there's no way that Ogerpon comes. Ogerpon was the one thing that I was like, this looks so dog shit into my team. I can't imagine him bringing it.
Ogerpon?
I really didn't think Ogerpon would come. I know it's like the fastest thing you can bring that can hold a scarf, which like obviously like looks important into me. But I was like, if I'm bringing like the Jolteon I bring every week, it's not good into that.
It did lose to Terra Ice Jolteon. I felt it looked okay into everything else. Ivy Cudgel's pretty spammable into this team. Again, Talonflame's a problem, but that's why I have Rock Tomb. It was just super. Oh, I just deleted a tab. Superpower
I didn't think it looked amazing into the Kyurem either.
Yeah, I really appreciated it mostly for the speed tier.
Yeah. I figured that. Yeah, when I saw it, I was like, oh, that's like Scarf Ogerpon for sure.
It makes sense. Outspeeding yours.
Yeah.
It just had,
Yeah.
it was just there to kind of be a U-turn spammer and hit things for at least decent damage usually. But yeah, I really appreciated the speed it brought.
Yeah. No, it made sense. When I saw it, I was like, damn. When I saw the Ogopon and no Zerkatry, I didn't see Primarina. I was like, oh, I feel like an idiot for bringing this Jolteon now. This Jolteon's so terrible into this team.
Oh my god, the Jolteon, yeah, would have also beat the Primarina. Yeah, Prim did not.
I mean,
look
if it was
solid.
Assault Vest Primarina, it doesn't do incredible into it. It like 1-for-1s it, which is good enough. But
yeah, Primarina into Freeze Strike Kyurem, an Ogopon.
Yeah, Primarina didn't look amazing in the end.
Yeah, you have a few physical guys, like T-Tar and Treads, and even if I somewhat threaten them, if you just hit me first, my defense is not that impressive.
Yeah, and like there's at the end of the day as well, like Okidogi is also like a problem for Primarina.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough.
I mean, it's fine to. Yeah. I like the Jolteon because it checked those two guys, whilst also you still made sure it had some sort of utility outside that. So it was AV. It wasn't like fully committing to just checking those two and doing literally nothing else. At least it could take special hits. At least it could deal some sort of damage. Volt Switch. It still
it had coverage for basically the whole team. It's just it wasn't doing it. At the end of the day, even if it's a modest Jolteon, it's still an unboosted Jolteon. It's not hitting that hard.
True. COMFEY was terrifying. Okie dokie. My fault for creating it. My bad.
My fault for that Jolteon turn was pivotal. Like when I look back at it, I'm like, I don't know why I Volt Switched. I think I just Volt Switched because it's what you click when you want to click an attack without committing to anything, you know. But I was trying to sack the Jolteon, so it was just a bad click.
Yeah, because you still had a Luring Voice like Garchomp, and I was still scared of Terra Ice, Terra Blast potentially being a thing. But from the way you were throwing around Jolteon the early game, I was like, okay, it's not the Flame Orb set, it's not the Terra Ice set.
What did you think it was? Did you think it was like Scarf or something?
I thought it was modest Scarf based off of the first time you hit me with damage, and then I saw you swap, I was like, okay, it's not Scarf. So I was like, I think it's Scarf to outspeed my Scarf as everything like I have. It's just like the same reason you brought Quick Feet a few times, was just to, you're the fastest thing in the game, and that's, even if you're not maximizing your damage and you're not insanely strong, sometimes all you need to be is the fastest thing in the game.
Yeah, you just need to be a clean. But you know what's faster than fast is +3 priority, so...
It's true. Scald. Triage will do that, Fake Out does that. I have a second version. I have another team which I was considering, which was a Trick Room team. Because I looked at...
I was thinking about Trick Room as well. I was like, this Ogopon is so good into Stianti unless it's a Trick Room team, in which case this Ogopon does not answer it at all, and I'm in trouble.
Because your slowest one is Mega T-Tar on 70 speed, and then like Jolteon, Iron Treads, Talonflame, Dio speed, Ogopon are all above 100. Terrapagos is like 85, Kyurem's like 95, Okidoki's somewhere in the 80s. Your team is so fast.
See, now if I hadn't given in to peer pressure and I still had Gramble, you wouldn't be saying this.
It's true. And on that Trick Room version of the team I have a Fake Out Quick Attack, Lopunny. I have Zerkatry, which would have got walled by that Jolteon. So it's pretty... So it's pretty good that I didn't bring that, because I would have brought Zerkatry, I would have just killed myself to my own Life Orb recoil.
Yeah, no, everything you didn't bring was everything I had like some sick prep for, and then everything you brought was the stuff that I was like, well, I'll like trade down on these ones.
Yeah, because the Trick Room team also had a Life Orb Primarina on it.
Yeah, I would have been fine there. Would I? I mean, I would have just had to sack
Power
things.
Herb, Meteor Beam, Diamond with Trick Room, and then it was Citrus Berry, Jirachi with Trick Room. And then Zerkatry, Scizor, Primarina, and Lopunny as the attackers. Lopunny with double priority, so it can still operate in Trick Room, but also give me something outside of it. It's still very nice to like be able to kill an Ogopon, even if Trick Room was down.
No, they haven't. What's that Megamon in Insurgents that like sets Trick Room when it comes in,
my
or did I like
goodness.
dream that?
I don't know. I've never touched Insurgents.
I think it's like Mega Reuniclus or something like that. Like when it comes in, it like sets Trick Room, which is like the scariest concept in the
People
world.
have talked about like there's a shit ton of videos out there which is like Dialga needs a new ability that isn't like pressure, and
And I get it,
Palkia, and it's
pressure's
like
boring.
Palkia gets Gravity Room where it comes in and sets gravity, and then they're like, yeah, we need a mod that can set Trick Room on entry, and VGC would just explode.
No, it would be over. Singles would be over, honestly. Like, do you want to go in the ladder and you have to like, unless that one has like 200 BST, like, do you want to play against that? I don't think you do.
If it's limited to like, yeah, Palkia and Dialga, then Ubers is just ran by Calyrex Ices, Solgaleos.
No,
Ubers...
Calyrex is going to anything goes.
It's true. Ubers has some very strong Trick Room attackers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's super true. I mean, honestly, they'd probably just send like if they did that to Dialga would be sent to anything goes. Honestly, like that's too much.
And VGC has
That's
stuff.
too much.
It would be cool to see Dialga actually be used in VGC because it's not been used for like decades at this point. It probably had use in Gen 8 or whatever, but why not Deoxys? Because my initial plan was to lead my Ogerpon and then just U-turn on a Deoxys lead. And Deoxys had like obviously Ice Beam coverage for my Garchomp. It had Fire Punch for Scizor, which I wasn't confident was coming, but it still looked solid, I felt.
It looked okay. It's just I felt like that six-man team slot was like the thing that I like thought about a lot. Like weirdly enough, like Jolteon and Comfey were both like locked in from like the first.
I think they both look very strong. Yeah.
Yeah, they both look strong. I couldn't decide between them, so I just brought them both. Ogerpon, I thought Ivy Cudgel looked like just too good of a click because I just assumed you wouldn't bring the Ogerpon, and I was like, Ivy Cudgel and Hornleech just hits everything between them.
Yeah, not much of my team outside of like Overquill. I was considering Overquill, but not much outside of specifically Overquill, and yeah, Ogerpon wants to swap into your Ogerpon.
So I thought like, well, that's too obvious.
Well, you didn't have knockoff, so I guess Jirachi could, but like not my Jirachi. Mine was especially bulky.
Yeah. So that was a shoe in. The Okidogi was LeBron in every practice game I played. So
I can see
Okidogi
why.
had to come. Like, it in a world where it like had like an extra like 30% in that end game or however much the crit like did extra, probably like 15, 20, something like that. Like it probably would have continued to just come in and chip down like every single physical attacker.
It took 34 from the first Dual Wing Beat and then 54 from the second. So it would have...
And potentially like just poison stuff as well. That was the other thing. Like,
oh, you were Toxic Chain.
It was Toxic Chain. I was like, should it like, okay, he's picked up Overquill. Do I need to like? It's putting big pressure down in the team builder. Do I take Toxic Chain off the Okidogi? And I looked at it and I was like, I don't care.
Okidogi gets like Stomping Tantrum. Because I was considering Overquill for a while.
I think it does, yeah.
But yeah, partially the threat of Guard Dog made me not, and I just decided to take my team another way. But
I think if you were trying to hazard stack, I was like, if he's trying to hazard stack, he's probably not bringing Overquill for that. He's probably going to try and bring the Garchomp anyway.
Hazard stack into an Iron Treads Terrapagos team, Okidoki to absorb T-Spikes, Deoxys Speed to just like taunt and set up your own hazards. Hazard stack did not look incredible into you.
No. I honestly, like, if I was actually good at this game, I would have put like Covert Cloak or Choppleberry or something on the Terrapagos, because I made the call that you wouldn't be bringing hazard stacking, but I still put like I still gave the turtles some shoes.
I mean, it's so safe. It's like if I ever bring Moltres or if you ever bring Talonflame, I imagine it kind of locked into boots.
And you feel dumb if you make the call that they won't, and then they do, you know?
Yeah, and then in mid game you see it's like turn 20, no rocks have been up, and you're like, damn, I really wish my Terrapagos was just like any other item.
Yeah, exactly.
To get some actual utility.
Yeah, I wish my Terrapagos just had an item. Like, what do you know what these shoes are doing? They're making it so I take more damage from knockoff.
Literally true. I did bring a hazard, I just didn't click it because Diancie was. Once I realized COMFEY was a threat, I was like, I need to keep Diancie alive and healthy.
Yeah, that was completely the right call. The like plan for like how to like get rid of the DNC was specifically just to like try and trade down 1-for-1 until we're like stuck in an end game with 2 mons each. And ideally one of those mons in the end game should have been Okidogi. The plan was to get down to COMFEY Okidogi end game against like Megalopony plus like 1 mon, like maybe DNC or something. And then like Okidogi just forces like either enough chip on the Lophany that it just can't take a hit from COMFEY, and then we're just down to a 1v1 where I have Calm Mind and you don't. Or like it poisons, or it just constantly forces like opportunities to poison the DNC, which is obviously
Toxic Chain Poison Jab would have been scary into like any setup variants. I mean, my Lopunny took like 40% HP from just.
I think it also took 6 from Sand, to be fair. That's the other reason why like T-Tar came was like if my game plan was to try and like slowly chip everything down with like unavoidable like residual damage, Sand is actually like fairly effective at that. I know it didn't hit like half your team that you brought, but like it actually didn't hit four out of the like ones that you brought, but like it was like pretty good into the other ones. And once Diancie terra'd, which it had to, it just had to terra.
Yeah, Diancie's such a funny terra cap. Because its stats are insanely bulky. I'm a big fan of it because I'm a big fan of like bulky Terra captains, and it's so low partially because its base like typing is so dog shit.
Yeah, it's crazy that they managed to find a fairy typing that's like not good.
They created it.
They found a way to make the one type that fairy does not improve, and
especially
it's
because
wrong.
I feel so much gets like Ironhead. Or even at a push Steel Wing and like Iron Tail.
Yeah, it does not need to be a strong like Steel type move to actually OHKO the DN. Like I didn't even bother like bringing a single Steel type move because I was like, this DNC will not stay like that type for more than 1 turn. I'm not even gonna like click an attack on it on the first turn because I need to see what it turns into. Because like Dragon also looked kind of good.
Yeah, that's why I went into Jirachi on your, because I think I clicked return on your COMFEY, and then I went into Jirachi because I was like, I need to force for Terra. My Diancie has no chance of 1v winning this if you're still like a fairy. I need this to go into a fire type, and I basically knew it was going to be a fire type.
Yeah, no other Terra. Honestly, I only have 2 Terra types on this thing because I messed up. I picked the COMFEY like late in the night when I like made the trade, and for some reason I decided that meant that it was going to be Terra Dark for some reason.
Terra Dark is for what, like Prankster?
No,
but Prankster's +1 priority, so you like.
Yeah, I forgot I had Mega T-Tar. It was meant to be Ghost. I was like, there's a type that I've like given up, and that was from when I traded away the Gengar. No, I used them all. I used them all on picking.
Oh, and transactions have ended anyways.
Yeah, they've ended anyway. I'm thinking about maybe making a trade, but I don't think there's anything I want from anyone who'd give it to me.
What are you eyeing up?
I want to get rid of this Talonflame. I don't think I'm ever bringing it.
It's been so long since I brought Moltres.
I picked this Talonflame because I wanted Moltres and I wasn't getting the Moltres, because of someone. So I was like, okay, well this is bootleg Moltres. But every week where I think about bringing the Talonflame, I bring the Okidogi instead.
I guess yeah. If you want like Rocky Helmet chip or Threatened Flame Body or something, you need to bring Talonflame like offensively, but its offenses aren't that insane.
No, so it needs to set up. Like there have been weeks where like it looked really good into Riley offensively, but like even then I was like,
Regieleki,
do anything else? Like not even Regieleki. Like it was just like, because like if Regieleki wanted to come in and take like a Flare Blitz, like it can be my guest. But it was just like, why am I like? I have Deoxys Speed, I have Kyurem, like I have Ogerpon Wellspring. Why am I thinking about clicking Swords Dance on Talonflame?
That's fairs.
Like it's the opportunity cost, and like I don't think Talonflame's ever like
hit up Moon.
So
see if Moon wants it.
I don't think he does. He's like he picked up this Crobat like with tears in his eyes that he was being made to do it, and now like he every week he talks about how it's incredible, it's the craziest mod, it's so good this week.
His two goats, Bellybolt and Crowbar.
And he also he wanted it because he wanted like a fighting resist more than anything else, and like it's a much better fighting resist than talent. I mean,
he ended up picking Incineroar instead as his defensive fire type, and also just made it a TERA captain, so it's not arguably better.
No, it's not happening. I think I'll just be down 11 points for the rest of the season, and that's 12 points, and that's okay. Like I think I've got enough in the rest of this team.
And it can still come. I still considered it. I didn't bring much for it because I was like on the team builder alone. I threatened so much of it.
It's true.
But like even like my Garchomp didn't hit the field. My Garchomp would have probably been the one to end up dealing with it.
Probably. I do actually. There was a team I built that did have it on. What was the set that it had? So there was one that had it, and it had. This set's terrible. It had Defog, Toxic, Roost, Overheat. So, I don't know why it had that. I think I just put it on the team to see what it looked like with it on the team. I didn't even like bring it into a game. I just looked at it and I was like, no.
Devious,
I was like, what's this guy doing?
Absolutely devious. I can only respect it. How are you looking for the playoffs run? Because you've been doing pretty well, right?
I think I'm 3-2 now, but I think that puts me at like only +3 differential now. So, but that's because I've been killing them.
Wait! Terrapagos didn't get a kill. Oh, wait! How many did Lopunny get?
I was talking up the Terrapagos all week as subterfuge. That I was not ever planning on like bringing the Terrapagos in
as like an
offensive role. No, this was just meant to be a check
got all
to
my
like
kills.
catch up and shit.
Okay, so my first kill was taken by Scizor. Oh, that's also in the MVP runnings, kind of. A little lower now, but... Okay, Lopunny got one. Lopunny, Scizor, Ogerpon got one so far. Ogerpon taking one's nice. I think it's very low. Lopunny got two.
It's such an injustice that this Lopunny got anything at all. I'm upset.
What do you mean?
I would have been okay with losing if I could have made this Lopunny do nothing.
Jirachi, I think Jirachi killed that, and then Ogerpon got
them
two.
out. That's a rookie mistake.
The Ogerpon 2 got two, Lopunny got two,
that's
Scizor got
this
one,
late in the
Jirachi
running.
got one.
2 kills on the Ogerpon, those are wasted kills for the MVP.
It actually is. Garchomp came offensive for the first time ever. And it did not hit the field at all.
Which is great. There were definitely a few times where it could have come in.
It could have. I was considering sending it on Okie Dokie, like earlier in the game.
Yeah.
When Okie Dokie was alive.
Now, if you'd sent it in on the Okie Dokie, I would have just gone straight to Terrapagos. I'm just gonna say.
I can respect that. I was wondering if Okie Dokie gets Ice Punch. It does. I think I was checking that. I was wondering. I would have clicked EQ probably then instead of.
Yeah, I think it probably would have lived the Earthquake. But yeah, I wouldn't have been staying in on the Okie Dokie anyway. There's too many moves I wanted. I really wanted this. Like if I was dropping Psychic, it'd probably be Poison Jab weirdly, because I think this Rock Tomb was really good. Even if Moltres didn't come, it's like when you add to Rock Tomb, like also by the way, there's a 30% to like toxic your opponent.
And -1 speed. Damn.
And -1 speed. It's kind of annoying. It's kind of really annoying.
Damn. Yeah, that's cool actually. Because yeah, something comes in, like if I have, I don't know, something obviously defensively checking. I don't know, Garchomp comes in on it. On the Switch, you Rock Tomb me. You could EV yourself to be faster than me after a Rock Tomb.
And you don't know that I didn't.
Yeah. And I have to respect that, and you click Ice Punch for next turn, or...
Yeah.
And then
if you're poisoned, then...
And then, yeah, you just, like... With -1 speed, you're forcing more switches, and you're giving yourself more opportunities to poison, and you're...
And if I do get in on the switches, like, incidentally, it creates a lot of opportunities for, like, Mega T-Tar to, like, suddenly be faster, which is scary.
Yeah, but it's... Except, apart from everything with fighting coverage on my team, it's pretty bulky naturally. When it's typing
in a world where you had like a Xurkitree, Or like one of the things that I was actually kind of so because the Okie Dokie was doing so well, I also really felt like I had to bring a Dark type because
Like
its
psychic
mortal
noise.
enemy is any psychic move.
Yeah.
And because of like, do you know what was actually really good was Psychic Noise on Primarina?
On the Trick Room team I have with it, I was clicking it a lot because I think Brandon was running Okie Dokie into me, and yeah, I
Was he running the same set?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
But he was running Okie Dokie into me and was just like with confidence swapping into Primarina the first time. And then I clicked Psychic Noise. He's like, I did not expect you, one, to have that, or two, for it to kill. And I was like, I'm a Trick Room Primarina. I'm just going full offensive, so there's no reason for me to not have it. And it's quad effective, so of course it's killing. But
yeah, no, in those cases, like I was like kind of hedging for like choiced Primarina and shit like that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can just go hard into Okie Dokie if it click. I can just go hard into TERA. If it clicks Psychic Noise, then it has to leave, and I get to like set up. If it clicks a different move and TERA takes like a lot of damage, I can try and hit it. If I don't get to hit it, then I can go back into Okie Dokie because it's not going to kill me.
I want to see you bring this Okie Dokie set again, or at least Rock Tomb. I like it. Now that you've told me about Toxic Chain like Division, I like it.
I don't know if it's as good into like it's.
I mean, it was good into this matchup, obviously. But
it was incredibly good into like when I knew Mega Lopunny was going to be running probably Fake Out and probably U-Turn, and I could make it take 16% anytime it tried to click any of those moves.
So yeah, because Mega Lopunny and Sizzle were the first two I locked into my team immediately.
Yeah,
they
looked so good.
They both looked very strong into your team. Which is why I knew if COMFEY was coming, it had to be Terrifier, because you just need to respect Scizor.
Yeah. Well, it also, like, if you look through your team and you look at like everything that resists, that actually resists like COMFEY's dual stab,
they're all grass kind of could get Giga Drain priority.
Yeah. It's like, well, Jirachi, it's good into Scizor, and turning into a fire type is actually good versus Moltres.
True.
Moltres is the one thing that even with this combination I can't hit, but it's fine because the Moltres can't hit me back.
I would have had to bring like Brave Bird.
Yeah.
Which means I'm not bringing like Flamethrower, or I'm bringing a mixed Moltres set or something like that.
Or if you bring like Hurricane, even that like I wasn't too worried about because
Hurricane,
in your face.
It had to be specifically Brave Bird.
Yeah, there's no way you see that as a possibility and bring like a physical Moltres. So yeah, it had exactly one problem. It was the Ansi, but that was okay. It specifically It
had to be Terra Fairy, because if I stay normal, Giga Drain beats normal Diancie, Draining Kiss beats Dragon, and Giga Drain beats Water, so it had to be Fairy Diancie.
Yeah, every time.
It's so funny I put Fairy on it as a defensive type, and it just happens to be making Moonblasts really sting as well.
When I saw that Moonblast, I was like, what the fuck did that do that much damage?
I accidentally almost rematched you.
Yeah, don't do that.
Where did I click? Diancie.
It's like turn...
I clicked it the first time it came in, right?
Yeah, it was like turn 12, you clicked it on the Ogerpon. And it hit it for like 55%. I was like, what the fuck?
Because despite Diancie's offensive stats are 100. They're very respectable.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, Moonblast is the most absurd, like, just attacking move ever. Just like as your normal, just like bog standard fairy attack.
Yeah, I don't know why it's that strong.
Like
I guess it's because most fairies have like fairly low BST.
A lot of types are stuck with like their Dazzling Gleams. A lot of them are stuck with Dark Pulse, Shadow Ball's still decent, but like Dark Pulses. They're stuck
Power
with
Gem.
Power Gems. They're stuck with like lower ones, and then Fairy just got Moonblast.
Yeah.
And then if I add Terra Fairy onto that,
you don't really need to be invested for it to like hit my like low SPDF Ogerpon for like a silly amount of damage.
It's why you see like Jester's. What's the grass fairy he has? What's fucking...
Oh, Whimsicott.
Whimsicott, yeah. You see Whimsicott doing actually pretty well offensively, just because it's relying purely off of Moonblast. Like, obviously Whimsicott wants to prankster, I don't know, Stun Spell, Leech Seed, substitute, or be annoying, but the few times he has clicked Moonblast, it's been like, damn, that's like respectable damage. Whimsicott has like 0 special attack. Let me Yeah, Whimsicott has 77 special attack.
It's more than Diancie, right?
No, because Dynasty has 100.
Does it have 100?
Yeah, it has 100 attacking stats.
Oh, yeah.
Dynasty's a legendary. You have to keep remembering. It gets
I know it has 600. For some reason I thought it was 100 HP and like 50 attack, 50 special attack. But no, that doesn't add up. Yeah.
Yeah,
This thing's like not bad.
You got HP as a dump start, but you know, I'm investing HP every week anyways.
Yeah, who cares?
It's defensive.
Yeah, with 150 defense, 150 special defense, like whatever.
It's not. I'm not wish passing or anything. It's not like the end of the world. I'm not clicking counter. I'm not clicking miracle. I'm not doing any of that goofy shit.
Your like effective HP is still like as high as like a bunch of guys.
Anyway, fun game for me. I got obviously lucky with the what's it called, with the para and with the crit on, especially the crit on Okie Dokie. But
yeah,
and 5-0 is a bit of a fraudulent stat line at the end. But you know what? I'm not complaining.
No, I think for the play I fumbled on that job, and like as much like people have been giving you shit like so far for like playing turns wrong. I don't think you misplayed any of these turns. I think you played every turn in a wholly defensible way, whereas I think I made
some
like a couple of indefensible turns.
Yeah, because we're all kind of learning. Yeah, we're all kind of learning here, and afterwards we just kind of tell each other what we think we could have done better and whatnot. I mean, it's like other draft leagues, whatever. So pretty similar stuff on that.
Yeah.
And yeah, sometimes I leave it. Like last week with my game from Moody, I myself was like, I just delivered a bad game. I'm not making it. I just know that after the game I was like, I apologize. I know I've delivered a bad game to all the people, not only watching like my video, but also just watching the actual game itself.
Yeah.
And despite it looking somewhat close at the end, like because Diancie was just absurd that matchup, I was just like, nah, I don't deserve this win. I just played badly. And yeah, sometimes you do leave the game and you're like, yeah, you just know inside, even if the result was a certain thing, you just know inside if you played well or badly. Which is the cool thing about this league. You can tell who's wanting to improve and who is improving. Like everybody here has improved because so many of us do just want to be better players.
I'd say almost everyone has. I think there's. I'm not going to name names. I think there's like a couple of people who I think have actively gotten worse somehow.
God, I keep quoting your message at the beginning of the season.
I didn't realize it was going to be prophetic.
I'm not going to say it out loud, but holy shit.
I thought it was just drafting. I thought it was just like, oh, well, people are disappearing during drafting because it's like a long process. But no, it's been ongoing.
Anyways, yeah, GG's. I hope you still make playoffs. I think you're a pretty solid position for it.
Let me
actually pull up the.
So next up, I have to play. I think Lexi, which that's a free week. She's not showing up. Touch wood.
Oh my god.
So I have a bye next week.
Oh, you have a bye next week.
No, I have to play Lexi.
Wait, I was about to say, because you've already had your bye, because you've only...
I have had my bye.
You're free 2 now, so you'd be missing a game.
No, I have Lexi, then Moody, then Phone.
Yeah, if I'm 4-2, and I have 2 games left, I have Brandon and I have Loopy. I could, in theory, go 4-4.
Yeah,
and that doesn't necessarily guarantee me anything. I think I still need to get at least one more win.
Yeah, you need
preferably 2.
I think both of us quite wanted this win this week.
No, I was.
It's a 4 wins, so it makes life a lot easier. I have to win, I think, 2 out of my next 3 games to be guaranteed a spot.
Yeah, I was looking at this matchup. Last week it was pretty important for me and Moody, but that was for being number 1, not necessarily being out of playoffs completely. Obviously, number 1 is a lot safer. But in general, yeah, our game was more important for actually remaining in the playoff run.
Yeah, for sure. Who do you have next as well? You have.
I have Brandon next.
That's gonna be.
I have Brandon Loopy. Brandon's definitely in the playoff runnings, and that'll be an important game.
Loopy's an interesting one.
Loopy's still in the playoff runnings. I guess it depends, especially on how his game goes this week. Does he have a game this week?
No, so far I've lost to you and Loopy.
Wicked
I don't know. He's on a tear.
week 6. Loopy has Redux. Oh, they're
Oh,
both have 2 wins. So one of them is jumping up to 3 wins. Yeah, I think it's still pretty. Our pool's very close.
Yeah, we don't have like the person who's like obviously the furthest behind is the person who's not playing anymore in Lexi.
Yeah.
And even Lexi could still make it back in. Meanwhile, in Pool B, Piper literally cannot make playoffs anymore.
Yeah.
And it's looking long for Freya.
Yeah, and Jess is so far ahead. We've got a competitive pool.
It's hilarious. Oh my god, and Swift is incredibly behind as well. It's insane how despite having a win up on Freya, Swift has a worse differential. How have you achieved that?
I'm still hoping to edit. I asked him if I was able to edit the matchup he had against Bommy. And he was like, yeah, go ahead. So I really want to get that out there. That's the best draft game of all time. The best Pokemon game of all time. I'll say it.
Yeah, thank you. I was gonna get a little bit upset at you diminishing his achievement. Because he earned that. He earned everything that happened in that game.
God, it's so incredible.
You know what? We all need to pull together behind Swift and get him to make playoffs. It can still happen.
I wonder who does he have? Did he beat Piper? Has he played Piper?
I think no, he hasn't played Piper. They were supposed to play yesterday, but Piper had to water her dog and feed her plants, so unfortunately they couldn't play. And now they're playing in the future.
Oh wait! No, I'm dumb. That's rant. I'm so dumb. It's meant to be Swift and
Liam.
Swift and Freya this week.
Swift and Freya this week. Okay, so that is actually weirdly enough that's the toilet bowl matchup.
Swift Freya, then Swift Liam, and then Swift gets a bye. Oh, you don't want to be having buys this late on when you're fighting for your life. And then Swift Jester.
Yeah. Okay, so whoever loses this week between Swift and Freya is out of playoffs.
Essentially, yeah.
We need to pull behind Swift.
I believe he can deliver that same performance in playoffs.
I need to see this man make playoffs after this start. It would be so funny.
God, incredible stuff. Anyways, thanks for hopping on. Thanks for the interview.
You're welcome.
GG. Good games. I hope you make playoffs.
GGs. I'll see you in finals and you can crit me there.
True. It seems we're both in deep. We're both gonna have to perform well to make playoffs. So
yeah,
we need to keep locking in. But anyways, thank you everyone who watched this far. Whatever rambling we just went on. Watching
I don't even know what we talked about.
God, not even the actual game half the time. But yeah, if you made it this far, shout outs, thank you, and see you down the line. See you later.